Hello crafty friends, welcome to another card making video. Today I want to do an experiment with an old technique. A couple of years ago I shared a technique whereby you put some warm water in a vessel, you add some washing up liquid and some colour, then you blow some bubbles in and press your paper down onto the bubbles and let them dry, and you get a lovely bubbly colourful texture. And I thought I would put a bit of a spin on that today and try that with a piece of card that's already got some smushed colour on it. Right, so first things first, I've got a piece of mixed media paper here, and I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna put some water on my mat and then put the pigment powder into the water, and that way it shouldn't blow across my craft room, because I'm not going to spritz it. I want quite a strong colour, so I'm adding quite a bit. Now I'll mix that up with my smusher and then smush it all over. Could just paint this on with a paintbrush, but I thought I'd go for a bit of smushing on mixed media paper. Just set that aside a moment and I will pick up the rest so as not to waste it and just smush on some spare paper. And now I'll dry this with my hairdryer. So next we're going to do some grungy gold. This is a gold with a bit of a green undertone. It's not my usual bright sort of champagne gold that I like, but it's quite good for a cool toned gold. So I'll mix that again, and I don't want to cover up too much of the, what was it, peacock or teal? Can't remember now. But so I'll just plop some on or smush some on here and there. And again, I'll mop up any excess. Okay, so that's nice and dry now, and we've got lots of lovely shimmer and colour on there. Now I've got a cup of warm water and I've squirted in some washing up liquid, and I'm going to blow bubbles into this. Right, so I've got a big mountain of bubbles now, and I'm going to press my card down onto that. Just keep doing that until I get lots of bubbles on my card. What I'm going to do is sweep all these bubbles onto my glass mat and press it down like that. Just down there. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to get any lifting of colour, but we shall see. You never know until you try. Also going to try picking some bubbles up and putting them on, and I want to leave this to do its own thing really. I don't want to disturb it too much. I think we'll just leave that for now and come back in a bit and see what it looks like. Right, regardless of what happens with the bubbly piece, I've actually got this bit that I can play with, so I'm going to do that while my bubbles do their thing, hopefully. And I'm going to put it in this embossing folder with a damask pattern on it, one of my very favourite patterns. This is a Sizzix folder. I think I got this at the Crafty Charity Shop. But before I run it through my die cutting machine, I'm going to treat it with anti-static powder to remove static moisture, grease, oily fingerprints, anything that embossing powder is going to stick to. And then I'm going to pop a little bit, whoops, that's quite a lot, of glycerin. You can use embossing ink for this, onto my glass mat, and I'm going to pick it up with my brayer. I'll give my brayer a nice coat, not too thick. And I'm running it over the side of the embossing folder that is going to be dipped down, so it's actually going to be the background. So there's no embossing ink going on the pattern part. This is the background part. And I'm going to carefully place this into my folder. Once it's shut, it's got to stay shut because some ink will transfer. There we go. Just leave that there a moment, and I'll run it through my die cutting machine. And I'm going to sprinkle over some, let's see, metallic gold rich pale regular embossing powder from Wow. It's not particularly detailed pattern, so I don't think I need to use my superfine. I'll just do that a couple of times. If I've got any areas that I've missed, I can always repair that with an embossing pen, or I can leave it grungy if I like. And now I'll heat it with my heat tool. Right, there we go. I'm loving that. I think that looks gorgeous. I'm just thinking, do I want to patch up any little spots? You know what? I don't think I do. I think it's got a bit of a grungy look, and that's absolutely fine. And I've just taken a look at this, and I think we have got some lifting of colour from the bubbles. Let's dry this. Right, that is exactly what I was hoping for. We've got lots of little bubbly cellular type patterns all over the pigment powder. So I think smushing first and then adding just plain uncoloured bubbles gives a really nice effect. The other thing I'm thinking about though, what if I smushed in one colour, whether that's inks or pigment powders or whatever, and then press colourful bubbles, bubbles coloured with ink or what have you, onto the coloured paper and see what you get. Definitely something for another day because we've got enough to play with today. Loving this. So I'm thinking this will cut down nicely into a couple of panels. So I've sliced this one down, getting a symmetrical pattern. And I'm going to do the same over here, but make a slightly wider one. So I'm going to cut a chunk out of this one using this torn edge die. Right, so my die slipped, so it went a bit wonky, so I'm going to just make this edge look a bit less wonky. Actually, I can solve the problem, I think, by making it a bit smaller. So I can chop it about there. So it's going to be a bit shorter than the original. So that should have chopped the wonky bottom off. Yeah, we've got a nice proper corner there now. I'm going to start to assemble my card a bit. I've got a linen textured card blank, and I'm going to add a linen textured panel that's a bit smaller. So it'll give us a little border. And I'm going to run around the edge with my edge beveling tool to make it look a little bit neater. Get rid of any adhesive that's sticking out. I'm also going to run around the edge of this because I guillotine cut this one. And this has already got a nice neat border. Because I want to stick this piece onto slick embossing powder and an undulating surface, I'm going to use high-tack white glue. And I've got some sticker release paper here that I can use to press that down without getting my fingers dirty or the card dirty. And then this can get some glue and go on the front of my card. Just add a little bit of glue to my glue spreader and use that to add glue to the corner there because it was sticking up a bit. Same here. Right, I'm very happy with that. I like the colour combination, I like gold, the shimmer and shine, the texture, the energy. Now we just really need some kind of sentiment and focal point. So I'm thinking butterfly, and I've got a tag here that I'm going to cut from white to bring a bit of white to the front and break up this. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. Wondering about doing a teal butterfly. So this is a teal paint made with some of my pigment powders. So I think it will be fine to use on this card. So just paint that onto a piece of white card, dry it and then die cut it out. Right, I've cut out several butterflies. I've got the one I painted and a white background, but I don't think it shows up very well. I also cut one from gold and the back from gold as well. So I'm just wondering if something like that would work. That might show up. I could darken this. Let's give this another coat. I'm actually going to cut the antenna off of this because I just want the wings really. So offset like that, I think. I use my glue dotter to add some high-tack white glue to the back. and place that on there. I want to give the tag a bit of a lift, so I'll just pop it on some 1mm deep foam tape. And I want it to sit on this intersection of the third lines there. And make sure it's on straight before I press it down. I'm just going to put glue on the body area so the wings lift up a bit, and that can sit on the intersection too. So I think that extra coat is exactly what it needed, and a solid gold helps it stand off from the background. Now we just need a sentiment. I've just done a reorganisation of all my sentiments. Originally I had them in these photo boxes, organised by occasion or theme, so birthday ones, anniversary ones, that kind of thing. I don't tend to think in themes, I tend to think in styles. So when I look at this card, I want something that's got a bit of a scripty font on it. And I know that this box, which has the remains of my Julie Hickey foilables in it, has scripty font, so I can just grab that. I'm thinking this Enjoy Your Special Day. It's got a square corner up here, which I think will sit nicely up there. It's got some singe marks from the laser cutting process, so I'll just erase those with my eraser. And I'm going to cut some thin strips of double-sided foam tape and add that to the back because I want to give it a bit of a lift too. Right, so it's got the foam tape on and it can sit up there. So I want to give my butterfly body, I'm going to give it some gold Nouveau drops all the way down from the head to the tail. And because I've introduced black up here, I think I want some more black. So I'm going to add a little trail of smallish, hopefully, black Nouveau drops. I don't want it to be too overwhelming, so I want them to stay small. But it provides a bit of contrast and it leads the eye through everything. Because there's quite a lot going on this card with all the gold and the colour and the texture and the butterfly. And that's the card finished. I've got a couple of bits I can pop in my box of backgrounds and bits for use at a future date. And I hope this video has given you an idea or two of things you can try with your crafty stash. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here very soon for another video. Bye for now.